Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
What's up, friends? Welcome back to the TV Terminal. My name's Adam Vale, senior editor over at the Koalition.com, and I'm joined by my good friend, Ken Burke. What's up, Ken?
What's up? How are you?
I don't know. I haven't talked to you in so long. It's been a really long time. How you doing? How's life? How's Alaska? Yeah, that's all bullshit. We just watched episode 5, Spartacus, House of Ashur. Oh man, Goddess of Death. This, at first when we were watching this, I was like, oh, there's probably going to be a lot of filler. They're talking, blah, 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 blah. Man, that fight. Oh, that was an epic fight. That was a gladiator type brawl that you want to see. Oh,
well,
man.
I mean, there was a lot of but I mean, a lot of that was while there was a lot of other stuff going on in your face too.
oh man, party in the pants,
So,
right? I mean,
orgy time. Yeah, they got down in typical Roman fashion in this episode.
Oh,
so let's not jump ahead.
No. But real quick, thanks again, everybody, if you've been sticking with us. We've been covering 1 through 5. Of course, there's other stuff on the channel, but yeah, we've been covering Spartacus. There's 10 episodes in this season. We are on the 5th one, and like, subscribe, click the hype. Stick with us because this is a good one. This is good. I don't know at this point. We don't know. We're recording fairly early on. Don't know how people are reacting. I will be in the comments. I will be replying and doing all that whole thing. But really curious to see how people are feeling about this. How are you guys feeling so far of Spartacus, House of Ashur? Are you hyped? Do you like the presentation? Are you getting the old school Spartacus vibe? Because that's what Starz was trying to pull. They were trying to pull in that audience. Because remember when Spartacus first aired, that was like the talk of the town, right? Because we had just finished watching the whole 300. Well, within that time, and everyone was feeling it, and we got a lot of that, the slow mo and stuff. A lot of cool effects. So real curious what you guys think. Put it in the comments. But let's jump into this, right? Because oh boy, we got your boy Caesar. We saw him in the last episode. He shows up with his wife, and it's nothing but headaches for Ashur. Nothing but headaches. This dude has all he wants to do is just mess things up. This is not the Caesar I know from the history books or from what I've seen in other depictions.
Conqueror.
He's
a general. That's why he walks around.
No, I get that, but they make him very pompous. You know what I mean? Right. It's like we've always seen him as like this stoic, like I'm on point, I'm all about the battle. And here it's more like he's acting like Mark Antony. From what we know of, it just wants to hang out, bang, drink. I was like, oh, I don't know. But anyway,
I think it's anybody that's going to self-appoint themselves emperor has to be a narcissist. And I think it was just a bunch of narcissistic behavior.
That's true. Yeah. So he shows up, starts talking to Ashur, pretty much tells him all the stuff that happened to him was a setup, meaning how he fought those guys. What was it? From the other house?
No, the Sicilian pirates.
Yeah.
And everybody's been attacked by in Capua.
Yep.
Well, it turns out it was Crassus's idea that Caesar put into motion. They were the ones that sent the crates at that time and had them summoned to the gate at that time and allowed the fabric to be delivered at that time so the wives would come out.
It's
all a big scheme.
That's epic because that's a lot. That's a lot of time and planning and scheming. Yeah, because he even said it. He's like, "Yo, I almost died." This is actually but you did it. It worked out. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. You're a winner. You got the glow.
He was saying that they're starting to think that he has a God's foot in his ass.
Yeah.
Nobody likes it, but they have to admit he's been pretty lucky, Ashur.
He has been very lucky, but yeah, it's kind of shocking because like none of this. He thought it was just by happenstance. Like, no, I set everything up just like you said. Set it up so that way you can go down there and that they would be there, the wife and daughter, and you would save the day. Ta-da! You're the hero. and it worked out. So he knew that it all worked out, and that he got into the games, because that was the other part. He wasn't sure about that. But hey, we jump outside, we got Chorus, and he's talking to the gladiators, and he's pretty much telling them, hey, we're in, and we're gonna pick out the people that are going to fight.
Oh,
right?
he's announcing the champion of the ring.
Yep.
Right?
So let's here we go.
To the arena, Dottore.
You are chosen, Tarko.
Paired with vaunted fun.
Erato, Ephesius, Dominus sees you to reward as well. Achillia, you are to be presented as champion of the House of Ashur.
You honor me, Dottore.
I but cast you to wolves.
Oh,
I cursed you to wolves. Damn.
I but asked you to wolves.
Yeah.
Little did he know.
Oh man, but it's kind of crazy because we went through the whole thing where they got the branding. She's part of the crew, and they still don't. Yeah, she's part of the brother. They still don't respect her. Still don't care. They cheer for everybody else. We got the father, the son. We got Malibu. They're all in it, and yeah, she's going to be Primus. She's the main event. She's the champion of the house, and no one cares.
That's unfortunate, but it's not just her. It's unfortunate because it's indicative of the times. Women got no respect.
Yeah, no
respect. Unless they had a lot of money, and then even then they were the low person in the room when men were in the room. So that's really where it's all coming from.
Well, then there was also a quick conversation with Caesar's wife and Red, which is the villa lady. She's part of the house. Right? She also says she's the body slave. That's another one.
Yeah,
like, I'm also the body slave. It's like, oh, all right. Well, that's your role here. Damn. So that was pretty.
Caesar's wife wanted to do was take a bath to wash the house off. She said,
"Oh man, they're really putting that place down." Really putting it down, but doesn't matter because Caesar wants to throw a party here. This is it. He wants to have.
Oh yeah, well, he does. He was like, "Yeah, look, this Saturday. Thanks for having me. I appreciate being a guest, and I'm throwing a party at your house on Saturday."
Oh, he's a prick. He's a prick. But real quick, we get the gladiators having a meal. They're all hyped about the whole thing, talking all their smack. Of course, Achillia is sitting by herself, and then the boy, he's just talking smack. The son, he gets up, walks over, and then gives this sort of like a speech to the guys about how they're gladiators and they're gonna be great. And he put down his bread on Achillia's table. Everyone else does the same. I guess it's a show of respect and honor type of thing. Malibu even says, "What's your play on this?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't want her to die in the games. I want her to die by my hands." Why? Even if you do that, what do you get out of it? Because we already know they're putting down the whole fact that a woman's in this role and as a gladiator. So what do you get from killing her? That would just, I guess, the gratification of doing it. He wasn't close with the dude that she, ripped his penis off. So
jeez, I forgot about that guy.
Dude. Yeah, everybody did. No one talked about him at all in this episode.
No, next episode they mentioned him once. Next episode was it. No, dude, he's jealous of the relationship his father has created with her.
Oh boy,
it's all jealous son crap. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna get it handed to him. You know it. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Well, it's party time. We see all the things you would come to expect with something like this. I mean, it's an orgy, right? It's an orgy.
I told you it was like Sound Factory in the 90s.
Yeah, right.
Open this door. Oh shit! Sorry.
Whoa.
Open this door. Oh shit! Sorry.
Why is the floor so sticky? Like, oh no, But it was a lot going on here. There was a lot of inner talking with different situations happening at this house here. We see a little bit of action with the boy again. He sees his girl, the side piece that he likes. She's one of the prostitutes that comes over for parties. They're not really pushing the backstory with them. There's got to be more to it. Why does he keep pulling her away? She's okay with it, but she's there to make money. She even said it. She was like, you know, why'd you take me from this dude with the fat wallet? Like, what would you? Oh, because you want to have some of this? That's great and all, but you're not filling up my pockets. You're a slave boy. You know what I mean? It's like, so I feel like that's something that's going to develop come the latter half of this season.
Yeah,
because that was a big. Go ahead.
You know, something we didn't touch on, and we should mention is that we wondered if, because during the party, all the other houses are invited there by Caesar too, and they start announcing people, and Orbiter and Cronus slip away and go into one of the side rooms.
Oh yeah.
We had wondered if Cronus, now that he didn't have to hang out with young Orbiter, would he? And it turns out I think he actually digs him.
He does.
They seem to be having a little bit of a budding relationship happening, because he took him over in the other room and gave him the old 1-2.
What was it? In Pompous? Not Pompous. Man, what's his name? The other Proculus. He watched.
Yeah, he gleamed it. He peeped the information, right?
So that's definitely going to come up later on.
That's going to burn them. Yeah,
that's going to burn.
Because now you can burn Orbiter and Cronus.
Can he? But I don't think this is taboo. We talked about that.
It's not. You know? Not back then. Not
back then. I mean, they may have their views on women fighting and stuff, but man-on-man action, I don't think they give a shit. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. So, if anything, he's probably going to use it as more of an emotional thing. Like, you know, I'm going to hurt you, and I know how to hurt you because I could hurt this fool and not hurt you, you know? So maybe it's one of those plays. What else do we see here? There was a lot more going on with Red, you know, hanging out and seeing all this stuff. She feels sad because remember, there was that really awkward moment where the wife is in Ashur's room messing around with one of the
his bed,
one of the slave girls, and he was like, "Oh, this is my room. You can't do this." Caesar just so happens to walk in. He's like, "She can pleasure herself any way she wants." It's like, "But this is my house," and he's like, "Well, I want your slave girl here. You know, I want Red." And you can't. This can't. And he just smacks the crap out of him, drops him, and it was like, "Know your place."
Kicked him in the belly twice.
Kicked him in the belly.
Football punted him.
Oh man, they did him wrong in this one because I mean he just leans her back, spits the hand, you know, and it's like stand there and watch this. And not only does Ashur have to watch, but us the viewers. You know, some shows cut away. They're like, use your imagination of what just
not this show.
Not this show.
Cutting away.
No, we're gonna go 16:9 over here, buddy. We're gonna zoom out. You're gonna see the whole room, right? Everyone is gonna be in frame.
Yeah.
You know,
everybody. Yeah, there was like 5 people in frame.
Yeah, you got the wife with the other slave girl, the other one bent over, Caesar doing his thing, and Ashur just standing there like, damn. I mean, what can he do? What can he do?
Stab somebody? I might have stabbed somebody in his position. Then history changes. Caesar doesn't take over Rome. Nothing happened.
Yeah. Oh man, but it gets interesting because then the senator shows up with the wife and the daughter, and
the party, right?
Yeah, that's another part of it. Big party. Everybody's here. Everyone's here, including little mini me's and the loudmouths crew. They're all there.
Houses come with their gladiators.
All the houses had to bring their gladiators, right? And that's one of the things. The senator was introducing all the houses and their gladiators, and some of them were doing some little sparring sessions. We saw a lot of that actually in the original Spartacus series.
Yeah, that happened all the time, right?
Yeah, that happened all the time. So, but then when it came to House of Ashur's gladiators, that's when Caesar was like, "Oh, well, you know, let me do." Oh, well, no, I think Caesar volunteered him. He's like, "Well, this is now your house because it's temporarily it's the house of Caesar."
Yeah.
You know, and then he says, "You know, how about you do the honors?" Right. So he's like, okay. So, you know, he goes and he announces the people are coming in. And then he brings up the fact that he's like, all right, well, we have no. That's right. No, keep going. Wait. Because I just realized something. He announces everyone. And then when it comes to announce Achillia, that's when he hands it over to Ashur because he knows they all know Caesar and Ashur and of course they all know the reaction they're gonna get. Because remember, at this point, the senator doesn't know it's a female. The rest of the crews there
They're
don't
the
know
only
it's
three
a
that
female.
knows in the room.
They're the only
right now.
three, and that's why he was like, "Go ahead." And so then we hear this.
A most rare and unusual offering. From the savage lands of Kush comes a spectacle never before witnessed in the Republic. Behold! Achillia, the goddess of death.
And they just laugh. They just laughed. That
the
was
crowd fucking started laughing. Pardon my
they
language,
started laughing. The senator storms out. Ashur goes after him. He was like, "How could you embarrass me like this?" He's like, "I don't believe this." You know what? He was like, "Oh, we can make a change." No, it's too late. Let her die at the games, and then our relationship is done. That's it. But he throws in a twist. He's like, listen. Basically, he doesn't give a shit about Caesar or that relationship. He doesn't want to be part of it, and he's willing to work with him on the other side of the fence here. And the senator's cool with that. It's like, oh, okay, so you know what? Let's just forget about
that. Both had something on each other. That's how that came about.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, why didn't you tell me before that it was gonna be a woman? And he was like, well, then why didn't you tell me about blank blank when you blanked? And he was like, oh, how'd you know about that? And then it forced them into that position to admit that they would both be willing to backstab.
Yeah. He and you could tell it was a serious play, because right after the senator walks out, Ashur takes that release, that breathing, you know.
Yeah, that's that sigh of relief, right?
Yeah, that sigh of relief of like, man, this was it. That was a serious play right there. But it worked out.
Ashur's good at it. That's what he's always been good at. From old show, new show.
Yeah, and she had all the armor on. She looked badass. I'm still surprised. I don't know.
I think the room was split. It was split, but there was enough people in the room that laughed that it was a thing, you know. But as he goes around and you catch conversation in the room, half of them diss her, and half of them are like, "Well, you should go and see the games and see what happens. Maybe she really is the goddess of death."
Yeah, they weren't sure about it. They haven't seen her perform, and that's one thing that the chorus was bringing up, because you got Mini-Me cracking his jokes already.
Yeah.
You know, and then Achillia just shooting back at him with the whole thing. So definitely one of those situations. I
like that one line she spat at him. She was like, "Does a half man bleed as much as a whole man?" I was like,
and again, that's what we thought was going to happen here. Right? That's what they all thought, that was going to be the fight. Remember, they were training her to fight against 3. So I think they thought that Achillia was going to go against the 3 mini-me's.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, everybody. Because for how many episodes has she been training to fight the brothers Ferox?
Yeah. You know, right? Going through the whole thing. Yep.
Cut to.
So all the stuff is still happening here, and then we get some interesting cutaways with stuff, because then we get a real quick, right after we saw the son messing around with his other, chick on the side. He's with the father. They embrace. They're like, "Hey, listen, we're gonna be in the games. They're fighting alongside each other. This is it. This is the real deal. Let's just stop stressing about all this stuff. Are we good?" We're good. Remember? The father Gladiator, like, yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. And then we get another little quick cut, and then Father Gladiator visits Achillia in her room, and she's stressed out. She's like, "What?"
She was sitting in his room.
Oh, she was in his room. I thought
that's why he was surprised when he got there. He was in his towel still from the showers.
That's right.
And she was sitting on his bed.
I thought he had just, they were in the same bunk area, and that he was just walking by, just checking her out, like, "Hey, you good? You ready?" All right, so there you go. All right, so then he should have. Yeah, that changes everything then, because I shouldn't have been surprised. But so
when he walked in, he said something like, "Oh, you have my room mistaken," something like that. I was like, "Oh, he's there to." Well, I mean, it makes sense to both of us, right?
Yeah. I
Hey,
mean, but it makes
what'd she say
perfect
to
sense.
him?
What was it? She said that whole thing. She was like, once you, well, real quick, she was saying, what did you expect? He was like, oh, it's just going to be a lot of blood and stuff. It's going to be brutal. It's everything you think it would be. It's going to be
Right.
horrible. And
Yeah.
you heard how the people reacted here. It's going to be tenfold pretty much over there.
Yeah.
But she said, you know what? If I'm to die tomorrow, then let me live today. And she goes at it with him. And you know what? That's the best way, right, to go out. If that's the case, if you know tomorrow, or you're pretty sure tomorrow might be your last day, do whatever makes you happy the day before, and makes perfect sense right here for this situation. And again, most other shows in present day that are, if you notice, a lot of shows have toned down sex, just in general. I don't know why, especially if it's rated M for mature, that type of thing. Come on now, you already put the label on it. But no, this doesn't cut away, and we see some action on this one. You got the nudity, we get all the shebang.
But this whole episode was very sexual.
Oh, very sexual. This
Very.
was, yeah. If you get squeamish with some of that stuff, this is not for you. But it was good. It was good though. It's fitting for what they're going for. It doesn't feel out of touch. Like it doesn't feel
not
like
at all.
it doesn't go too far to the point that it turns into a Skinamax. Remember those back in the day?
Yeah.
With the Cinemax and those after. So it makes sense. So they get their thing on, but that's cool, right? This is it. She's getting ready. So the next day, let the games begin. Right, so they're there. Everyone's excited. Caesar's there with his wife. The senator's there with his wife, and oh, look who's here! It's the daughter. She's there with those. Red's eyes light up because she was like, "Wait a minute, we heard her before. That she found out the girl doesn't like the games. We all know that. Red knows that. Glad that she's not coming. Nope, she's there. And even the side girl, Gypsy that we call, right? She even told her before. She was like, "You got to watch out for that one. I see how they look at each other. She's a threat." Nah, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, she does. And she can see everything. So this was an obvious move right here. The fact that she showed up and they were like, "Why are you here?" She's like, "Well, I'm here to support Ashur in his house, and I'm intrigued by the female gladiator." She wants to see what happens. Again, all makes sense, and I think it's gonna happen. I mean, we saw toward the end.
She seems enamored with him. I mean, dude, he killed the man that killed her husband, first and foremost, right?
Yeah,
We knew that episode too. And then he saved her and his, these two guys saved the mom and her when the pirates attacked at the market. And so she is totally enamored with
Yuck mouth.
yuck mouth attack. But they, I gotta give it to them. They speak very poetically at each other. It's fun to listen to.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. The first fight is the father-son duo versus some other gladiators. A lot of back and forth. Dad is fighting 2 at 1. The son is also doing that. Because what was it? It looked like there was 2 versus 4.
2 on 2.
It was 2
on 2. But those other two dudes were much bigger than the father-son combo.
Okay. Because it looked like the son dropped a few times, but he got the upper hand. He was able to kill the 2 he was messing with. Father did his part, and they survived. And that was a surprise to us because we thought this was going to be a turning point, right? One of them.
I called it before the fight. I really thought the dad was going to die. I thought that was going to be the emotional twist.
Well, this is the trope because that's what we're following from what we've seen from other shows, right? A relationship blooms. We're gonna have a great life. I like you. I like you too. Oh, this is gonna be great. And then they die. That was very Walking Dead-ish. We would see that all the time in that. But so. Yeah, and even this when they were heading out, Achillia was like, "I want to see you return," or something to that effect. Like she wished him luck.
I would see you return, old man.
Yeah, that's it. See you return, old man. And so they win, and everyone's cheering. Chorus is happy, Ashur's happy. The senator's like, "Oh, good showing. Okay, this is good. Father, son, it worked out. Okay, there goes that." And then Mini-Me is still talking all the smack in the back to Achillia because he's getting hyped up. He thinks this is it. This is his turn. And no, things have changed. Caesar comes up, stands up to introduce the main event, and he introduces the big dude that's part of that house. And Ashur and Chorus are like, "What the hell?" And the senator says, "You know what? You said she was a great fighter, So I just felt it was fitting to fight a real champion, which is the big dude, Ominous or something like that.
His name should be Ominous.
Right? Ominous. We'll call him Ominous.
That
Big,
dude was big, bro.
We'll
He's
just call-
large and in charge.
we'll call him what everyone else here calls him, big bastard. Big bastard comes out. Mini-Me starts talking smack to the big one too. He was like, "Oh, how dare you steal my glory?" And he just like shoved him. Like, "Move, little man." You know, it would have been great if he just would have palm faced him, you know, against the wall, because you know his hands were mad. He would have been, but he just shoves him.
They can get rid of the brothers Ferox, and I won't be upset.
No. But yeah, so they get in there and they waste no time. I love this. It was like, you know what? Time to fight. And they do fight. This was a brawl. This was a brawl. That's one thing I do like about all this. It's not so much of some people that may just want to judge the show from the post and like, female gladiator. She goes in, she probably kicks everyone's ass. She takes a whooping. She dished
it out first.
Oh yeah, she was dishing it, and then she was doing some crazy acrobatics. Right, did the flip over him? Well, it looked like he flung her up, but then she reversed it.
He with his shield pinned her and then started pushing her back, and then he pushed her into the corner of the ring. And instead of collapsing into the corner, she felt it coming, and she threw her feet up behind her. And then climbed the wall and flipped over him. It was pretty dope.
There we go.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan would be proud.
Yeah.
I hope he watched this show.
Yeah.
She flipped over, starts attacking the whole thing. She took some brutal punches to the face. I love the cinematography in this show. It feels just like the way Spartacus felt. And that it's like the slow-mo, seeing the blood just squirt up. And that brutal punch reminded me when she went up in the air and was flying backwards from Snatch. Remember with Brad Pitt? And there's that one scene where the guy gets punched and you see like flying slow-mo. It was just like that. She drops, the crowd's reacting. They're like, "Oh, this isn't good." Big dude picks her up and just ragdolls her. That's why I wrote big letter ragdoll and just flings her across. She starts twirling in the air. It looks like it's it for her. You know, this is it. She's on the floor. Everyone now starts chanting "kill her," right? Like kill. The dude takes off his helmet. He starts walking over. He's gonna finish her, and she gets a flashback. So the question is this a sister? Is this the mother? Who is this?
She called her by name. Did you notice that? She called her Nefedi.
I did not catch that.
So it was an intimate relationship, to say the least. Sister, ex-lover, somebody. But yeah,
somebody.
Pretty lady.
But it motivates her. And just when this dude's about to strike, she moves out the way, grabs the sword, and starts brawling it out again. You know, they start fighting, and he's still punching her, kicking her. It was brutal, and she drops. I was like, "Oh, this is it now. Now this is it, right?" Then they're like, "Oh, well, she put up a good fight." Everyone's like, "I'll sit back down. It's over."
Everybody up in the booth, all the governors and nobles were like,
right. Well, that lasted a lot longer than I thought. I gotta go to the bathroom. You know, it's like, you know, anybody want some wine? So yeah, he was about to put and it looked like, all right. So it happened real quick. Did she cut his Achilles or his calf or something? She sliced his leg.
No, so the second time he punches her in the face hard enough to knock her down, she gets up on her knees, and he comes over and he whips his helmet off, and he tells her, "Now I fuck you."
Yeah.
And she rolls out the way, grabs the second sword, he knocked the first one out of her hand, and then proceeds to put it right up his butt.
I thought she sliced his leg.
And then she kicked it further up his ass.
Oh, all right. So I was gonna get to, because I thought the way the camera was, I could always rewound it, and I don't know why I didn't. But I thought that she sliced his leg to make him drop a little bit to the side, and that way she can get a good angle of up the caboose, you know, with the sword.
Nah, bro. He was standing full up when it happened.
Oh man, that's painful. She's been involved in two very brutal deaths here. That and ripping other dude's arm. Oh man, the sausage is gone. Oh, but yeah, she ripped him a new one, literally. Oh, that was a mess. The crowd reacted.
Yeah,
he drops, and they say to kill. They're like, yeah, kill him too. And everyone starts going at it. And now at this moment, I wasn't sure if she was going to do it, but she was like, no, she's not going to give him any, remorse on this. She was like, no, he was a prick. He said a lot of offensive things, and she threw right back at him, just like she did the last guy who did her wrong, and she killed him right there on the spot. And everyone's going nuts. Mini-Me was in the back freaking out. I guess, I don't know, could he not see through the window? I thought he could.
No, he was in the cell waiting to go to the fight, and the window's too high.
Yeah, that was
the fight. What's happening? What's happening?
You see, but that's the thing. I could have swore he saw the last fight, because I remember the camera
panning
really
they
quick.
And the bench towards the window, and he got up on the bench, and he.
That was it. Yeah, because everything changed, and it's like, she killed him, and the crowd changed, and poof, he did.
Got his hand. Split her whole hand. That was impressive.
But that slice of the hand, all the blood, that's I think that was it. It was adrenaline and then the blood loss.
Yeah.
And I love the camera work again, where it's like he zooms in her face, and then you
right
see her
out.
slow falling back, and the camera
right
follows. Just like, it reminded me of Train Spotting.
When he gets high in the bathroom.
And then he falls backwards, and it's like
then everything happens from there, right?
Oh yeah.
But what a great way to end the episode, because when she knocks out, credits.
That's it. Credits roll. She's gonna be the talk of the town. Definitely. Things are gonna get very interesting for her. A lot of questions. But let's just wrap this up and just give our thoughts. What did you think of this episode, and where do you think it goes from here?
So I said it last week, I'll say it again this week. I was really looking forward to watch this episode. I think they've been leading up to a big fight, to the fights, the Lude Apolliera, right? And I was not let down. It did take a minute to get there, but at least they put an orgy in front of it, so I wasn't disappointed.
Exactly.
But yeah, great episode. If you a little wordy in the beginning, party, big old fight at the end. So definitely worth watching.
Yeah, same here. I enjoyed it. Some of the speeches and stuff that they get into with the side conversations and what's happening, the whole thing with Chorus and Opter. Right, Opter, I think that has to go somewhere at some point.
Yeah, there's a lot of little side plots.
Yeah, a lot of little side. The same thing we just said with the son and his the hooker girl that he's infatuated with for some reason. There's other things going on.
And Gypsy,
and with the daughter, the senator's daughter, and Ashur. Remember, that was another big part. She was super excited of this, and she kissed him on the cheek, but she made contact, and everybody noticed that. The mom
ain't gonna like it. Mom ain't gonna like it. Ain't nobody gonna like it.
I think the dad would be cool with that, because remember, he tried to offer the hand. He said, "You know what? This would be good to help with the whole negotiations." He saw it as like a political move. Remember, way back 2 episodes. So I think he would still be cool with it, especially now that he knows that him and Ashur have a common goal, and that deal that they made prior to this. So I could see that working out, but we also found out that Caesar's leaving, but the wife is sticking around, so I'm sure she's gonna meddle in whatever she can in that house. So in a weird way, this was like a mid-season finale.
Yeah, that's what it kind of felt like. Yeah.
I have to take a look now. For the screeners people, they sent us 5 episodes to screen the whole thing. So probably by the time this is all airing, I'll either have or find out if there is a break. I'm gonna send an email to the rep, find out if there is. Just to see. But overall, I like it. I like the cinematography. I like the action. It's brutal. They don't hold back on anything. We see the brutality, we see the abuse, we see the sex, we see everything. It's very gritty show, and we don't have shows like this anymore. At least not recently. We don't.
Not that I can think of in a similar vein. No.
Yeah. So it should stand out, and hopefully it's standing out in people's minds. And
I'm hoping people are digging it.
Yep. All right, everybody. thanks again for sticking with us. And we will be back for episode 6. Well, probably the week after this. I think the series is on the 26th, and then we'll see. We'll go into the new year.
Yeah, happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah, happy holidays. All right, everybody. Thanks again, and we'll see you then. Later. Peace.